If you can learn this one skill, you can literally change your whole entire life forever. Now, back in 2021, when I was growing my agency, I was trying to build it, I was trying to grow it, I was getting on the phone with people, but I literally had no idea how to run a sales call. This became a huge pain for me. And so one of my previous clients, he has done sales for over 10 years. So I reached out to him, I said, man, I need your help, right? So we jumped on a call, and needless to say, I signed up with my credit card right then and there. So I spent the next 12 months learning how to sell. And this was by far probably the highest ROI skill I have ever learned for multiple reasons, right? Now, just to preface this, I do not have an offer teaching people how to close. I do not play salespeople. I do none of that, right? I have an agency with 15 staff, but I want to share this with you because you have to understand this skill and how to use it and how it can actually benefit you in your business career. So if you're watching this, chances are you're maybe starting out, you've got a semi-successful business, it's making some money, but you're really just not that good at selling, right? Maybe you're not good at following up via email. You have to understand that at every point you have with a customer, you need to be able to sell them, right? Sell them on getting back to you, right? If you send a, hey John, just following up on this, do you think that is selling them on the need to get back to you? Absolutely not, right? Even these little nuances where you can add just a one sentence to an email can literally transform your whole entire business, right? Imagine in your follow-up, rather than saying, hey John, just following up on this, saying, hey John, was just following up because I had an extra XYZ to give you if you guys were gonna move forward with the contract this week. How would that sound, right? You have to incentivize people to do things, right? They're not just gonna say, oh yeah, I wanna sign up because you followed up. You have to give them a reason, right? So if you're starting out, this is what I would do to learn sales. Because I don't believe in the philosophy that you should just get on a million sales calls. It's like playing chess, right? I started to play chess recently and I was getting smoked in every single game, right? I could have said, yeah, I'm just gonna play 10,000 games and I'll get good. But what I actually did is I went and watched a few YouTube videos on how to play chess, right? And then that showed me one basic opening, which took my ELO from like 180 to over 500, right? I would not have got to that in a year had I just kept trying myself. So I don't agree when people say just get on 1,000 sales calls and don't worry about anything else, you'll figure it out. No, you need to find a proven framework first and then go on 1,000 sales calls and improve it and iterate it over time, right? But there's three main things you need to understand about selling, right? First is the ability to ask great questions. And so asking great questions goes from every part of the process. It goes from the discovery phase through when you're pitching and then when you're objection handling as well, right? If you can ask a question that gets the prospect to answer the question for themselves. So rather than say, don't you think this would benefit you? You could say something like, how do you think that this XYZ would specifically benefit you? And then they might say something like, oh yeah, it would help me because I will get all the leads that I ever want to, right? The second thing is you need to learn how to overcome objections. There's gonna be objections to 1,000,001 different things, whether that's signing up on the spot, whether that's taking the meeting with you, whether that's they gotta check with their partner. There's a million objections that people will give you, but they all kind of boil down to a few key ones, which is money, fear, spouse, partner, and logistical objections. So I would go and spend time studying objection handling so that when you get in that scenario, you know how to answer any question. And then the third thing that you need to do is to build out a framework and start practicing that daily. Now, when I started working with my mentor, I put together the script and I started practicing it every single day to the point where I remember this one day, right? I got on a call with this lady, her name was Jamie. And thank you, Jamie, you have been an amazing client. But I remember running through this process and then she had a couple of objections and I handled them really smoothly, really well. She said, wow, you're a really good salesperson, right? Because a good salesperson doesn't put pressure on the other person, right? They ask the right questions to help the prospects arrive at their own conclusion, right? And that conclusion, your product or service is gonna help them solve that problem they have. And you have to look at it as being a disservice if you didn't help them. If you have a good product, a valuable product, you would literally be doing a disservice to this person if they didn't sign up to you, right? If you're gonna make their life better, you have to look at it in this way. Now, if you have a shitty product, it doesn't do anything, then it's gonna be hard for you to do that, right? Because you need that conviction. Conviction will be the difference between winning a lot of deals and losing a lot of deals. So if you're just getting started in business or sales, I do put out some content like this. Drop me a like and subscribe. And if there's anything you wanna know about sales, put a comment and I'll create a video about it. And I hope this video starts to help you understand the keys to becoming a great salesperson and making that amount of money that you wanna make, whether you're in business or in sales. Hope you have an amazing day and we'll see you in the next video.